Smoked ribs. How do you make them good? Well, hopefully, I'm going to tell you how. Alright, so the first thing we do is we take the membrane off. Now, you've probably seen this in many cooking shows, but you just kind of needle away at it with the steak knife, and you get yourself like a napkin, and you just kind of grab the membrane, and you just pull. That's the membrane. Alright, so part of our marinade is to dice the onions. As you can see, Gary's dicing onions right now. These onions, once they're diced, are going to go in with the pineapple juice, 1 quart, and 1 cup of Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce. What's next, Tanker?
Alright, right now we got 1 cup of apple cider vinegar boiling, and we're about to add a quart of pineapple juice, a cup of Worcestershire sauce, and 1 diced onion.
That looks 4th place to me. We're waiting for the brine to boil. Next.
Right now we're about to dump in the additional ingredients.
What are the additional ingredients?
The additional ingredients are 1/3 cup sugar, 2 teaspoons of salt, and 1.5 teaspoons of mustard. Tablespoons.
All right. Alright, so now we got the marinade basically done. You want to let it come to room temperature. What I like to do is actually let it settle for about a half hour and then actually put it in the fridge. If you put it in when it's warm, it actually cooks the meat a little bit. You don't want that. We're going to let that sit in the fridge for 8 to 12 hours. Alright, well, our ribs marinated overnight, about 12 hours. 8 to 12, like I said, is about where you want to do it. I also added a rub. I just use this famous Dave's rib rub. You can use it ever you want. You can make your own too. It's a lot of work for basically something you can buy in the store for a couple bucks. Basically, it's a combination of sugar, salt, paprika, cumin. You know, if you want to throw in some pepper or some, cayenne, something like that, you can do that. But anyway, we're ready to go to the grill. Okay. Now, if you don't have a smoker, it pretty much ends here. You can cook it on a grill if you want. You can bake them even. But if you want really good ribs, you need a smoker. I like a charcoal smoker, which is what we're going to use today. There's many kinds of smokers. Look it up on your own. Basically, we have the coals to heat the wood on the bottom. And what I'm doing here is pouring apple juice into the water bowl. And a little, here I missed 7-Up, whatever. This helps keep the meat moist, and you can use just water, but if you use apple juice and 7-Up, you actually get some of the sugars from the liquid, actually coat it and make it a little sweeter, a little tender, and I think you'll like it. Go to like your Menards, Home Depot, whatever, and even like a Walmart probably. They sell this thing called the rib rag. Works real good. Basically, I just took the ribs, cut it in half, did everything. Now we're ready to put it in the grill. And that's about all the work you need to do about the next 2.5 to 3 hours. Alright, so we took the ribs off after about 3 hours. You can see they kind of look like that. I already wrapped one, but basically you wrap it in your tin foil. And by the way, this is where the money is made. You take it, and what you want to do is pour a little bit of apple juice. You want to make sure you fold it so there's a good seal that the juice won't leak out of it, because I blew it on the other one. You just pour it in there. Seal it up. We're going to go back on the grill over here for about 1 more hour. And that's it. So we let it cook in the tin foil for about an hour. Now we're just going to take any kind of barbecue sauce you like, whatever tastes good. We're going to coat it on both sides and put it back on the smoker. we're gonna do that, leave it back on there for about a half hour to an hour. We're gonna wait for the meat to come away from the bone about a 1/4 inch. Then it's time to eat. And that's about it. Enjoy your freaking 4th place ribs.